Suppose if an R1 and R2 are the rate of interest, we have to find out R1 and R2 for 3 years for the amount 2500. In 5 years, the principal 500 at the rate of 9% will become 725 rupees. What is the rate of interest? The rate of interest is 12.5%. 12.5% is nothing but 12 to the 24 plus 1 is 25 by 2. Hello dear students, welcome to this session of basic mathematics class. I am Mr. Niranjan, faculty, Department of Mathematics, Vidhyaashram, PU College, the Temple of Excellence. So in my previous class, we have discussed regarding the problems on a simple interest. Today in this session, I will take few more problems based on simple interest, then I will go to the compound interest. Now let me discuss the problems based on simple interest. Just recall the formula. What is the formula for simple interest? The simple interest is calculated using the formula SI is equal to PRT over 100. That is, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, T is the time taken, divided by R will give the simple interest. Now let us come to the first problem. The difference between simple interest received from two different sources on rupees 2500 for 3 years is 375. Find the difference in the rate of interest. So the hint is given, R1 difference, R2 is to be determined. So here the difference between simple interest, that is the simple interest received from two different sources. So suppose if R1 and R2 are the rate of interest, then we have to find the difference in the rate of interest. So the difference in the simple interest received from two different sources on rupees 2500 for 3 years is 375. Find the difference in the rate of interest R1 and R2. Suppose if an R1 and R2 are the rate of interest, we have to find out R1 and R2 for 3 years for the amount 2500. Now, what is given? The principal is given, P is equal to rupees 2500. Now, so what is the time period is given? Time period T is equal to 3 years, R is equal to R1. If R1 is the rate of interest, then what is the formula for simple interest? So PRT over 100. So that is SI is equal to, let us call it as, what is the principal? 2500 into R. What is R? R is equal to R1 and time period is 3 divided by 100. So these two gets cancelled. 25 into 3 is equal to 75. So therefore the simple interest is equal to 25 into 3 is, that is 75 times R1. So for the first case it is 75 R1, right? Now similarly for the second case, let us consider P is equal to 2500 and R is equal to rate of interest, R is equal to R2 and the time period T is equal to 3 years. Same, SI is equal to PRT over 100. So that is SI is equal to, principal is 2500 into R is nothing but R2 into time period is 3 divided by 100. Again this is also equal to, SI is equal to 25 into 3 is 75 R2, right? 75 R2. So in two cases it is 75 times R1 and R2 is a simple interest. Followed. Now what is given then? Given that the difference between the rates of interest is how much? Is 375 rupees. Now given that the differences 75 R1 difference 75 R2 is equal to rupees 375. Now just you can take 75 common factor. R1 difference R2 is equal to 375. Or what is required to find is R1 difference R2 is equal to 375 divided by 75. So that is nothing but 375 divided by 75 is equal to 5. So therefore the rate of interest between this R1 difference R2 is equal to 5% per annum. So therefore the rate of interest, therefore R1 difference R2 is equal to 5% per annum. That's it, 5% per annum. Just find out simple interest for R1 and simple interest for R2. Then the difference is given, 75 R1 difference 75 R2 is equal to 375. Then R1 difference R2 is equal to 375 divided by 75 is nothing but 5%. Very simple. Hope you followed. Now let's come to a similar type problem. Let us go to the next problem. What is the problem? Satvik obtained a loan of rupees 4,000 at an interest rate of 6%. So 4,000 at the rate of 6% per year. He immediately lent 2,500. Out of 4,500, he lent 2,500 at an interest rate of 9% per year to Johnson and balance at 12% per year to Vivek. After 3 years, he collected the amount due to him and repaid his loan. Find his gain. So, first Satvik obtained a loan of rupees 4,000 at a rate of interest of 6% per year. He immediately lent 2,500. Out of 4,500, he will give 2,500 to Johnson at the rate of 9%. The remaining and the balance, the remaining amount at 12% per year to Vivek. So, remaining he will give to Vivek at the rate of interest 12%. After 3 years, he will collect the amount due to him and repaid his loan. So, he will repay the loan whatever he is collected from the bank. And what is the gain he is going to get? So, what is the gain after 3 years he is going to get from these two sources? Okay. Now, very simple and very important problem. Okay. Now, first find out the total amount collected from Johnson after 3 years. For that, let us find out the interest, simple interest for 3 years for rupees 2,500. So, how much amount he collected? Satvik collected rupees 4,000 at an interest of rate of interest 6% per year. Now, so in this he is going to give, now let us consider the principal is 2,500. This is given to Johnson. The amount given to Johnson is 2,500 at the rate of interest. Rate of interest is equal to 9%. For how many years? For 3 years. Time taken is equal to 3 years. Now, let us find out the simple interest for this first. So, the simple interest SI is equal to PRT over 100. So, this is equal to, what is the principal? 2,500 into rate of interest is equal to 9% for time 3 years divided by 100. What is this equal to? So, this is equal to 25 into 27. 25 into 27. So, this is equal to, what is the interest? Therefore, the interest is equal to rupees 675. So, therefore, the total amount paid, the total amount paid by Johnson is equal to 2,500 plus 675. That's equal to rupees 3,175. Rupees 3,175. So, you will collect rupees 3,175 from Johnson. Okay. Now, let us find out the next part. What is the next part? The remaining amount out of 4,000, you will give 2,500 to Johnson. Remaining 4,000 minus 2,500 to Vivek. Now, the amount paid to Vivek. What is the amount paid to Vivek? That is 4,000 minus 2,500 is equal to 1,500. So, therefore, the principal is equal to 1,500 and the time period is equal to 3 years and the rate of interest. What is the rate of interest? So, you will give it for 12%. The rate of interest is 12%. Now, similarly, find out the amount collected from the Vivek. So, simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. So, this is principal here, it is 1,500 into rate of interest is 12, time taken is 3 years divided by 100. These two gets cancelled. 15 into 36. So, this is equal to rupees 540 is the interest. So, therefore, the amount collected from Vivek is equal to, so that is 1,500 plus the interest 540. That's equal to rupees 1,500 plus 540 is rupees 2,040. This is the amount collected from Vivek. Okay. Now, calculate the total amount received. So therefore the total amount received is equal to, so what is the amount received from Johnson? That is 3175. The amount received from Johnson is 3175 and the amount received from Vivek is 2040. So this is totally equal to 5115 rupees. 5215 rupees. Okay. Now calculate the interest for rupees 4000 which is collected by Swatvik at the rate of 6%. So therefore the simple interest is equal to, the amount is 4000 into rate of interest is 6, time period is 3 divided by 100. So this is equal to 40 into 18, that's equal to 720. Therefore the amount is equal to the, yes, 4000 plus 720, that's equal to 4720. So therefore the total gain is equal to rupees 5215 minus the amount paid by Swatvik is 4720. That's equal to rupees, subtract this, that's it. So this is equal to 495 rupees. So the total gain received by Swatvik will be rupees 495. That's it. See, very simple problem. So Swatvik collects 4000 rupees at the rate of 6%. So therefore he is going to pay 4720 at the end of 3 years at the rate of 6%. Now he will pay 2500 at the rate of interest 9% for 3 years to Johnson. So if you pay 2500 to Johnson means then he is going to collect 3175 at the end of 3 years. Again the remaining out of 4000, remaining 1500. So he is going to pay it for Vivek. So what is the amount he is going to collect from Vivek at the rate of interest of 12% is 540. So that is 2040. Altogether he is going to collect 3175 from Johnson and 2040 from Vivek, totally 5215. In that he is going to pay, how much he is going to pay? 4720 including the interest. So what is the gain he is going to get? 495 rupees he is going to get at the end of 3 years. That's it. Okay. Hope followed. This is a 5-mark question and very important problem. Now let us come to the next problem. If the interest on 800 will be more than the interest on 400 by 40 in 2 years, find the rate of interest. So if the interest on 800 will be more than the interest on rupees 400 by 40 in 2 years, find the rate of interest. Very simple problem and important problem. What is given? Principal is given 800. Now here P is equal to 800 and R is equal to R and the time period is equal to 2 years. That's it. R principal is 800 and rate of interest is R and the time period is equal to 2 years. Now first calculate the simple interest. SI, let us call it as I1. So simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. So this is P, principal is 800 into rate of interest is R, time period is 2 divided by 100. So that's equal to 8 to the 16. I1 is equal to 16 times R. Let us call it as I1. Interest for 800 is rupees 16 R. Okay. Now for the second principle, we have P is equal to 400. For P is equal to 400. Same rate of interest is R is rate of R is R and the time period is also 2 years. So let us call it as I2. That's equal to 400 into R into 2 divided by 100. These two gets cancelled. So I2 is equal to 4 to the 8 times R. So I1 is 16R, I2 is equal to 8R. Okay. Now what is the given? The difference between these two is 40. That's all. This is the difference. The difference is 40 rupees. That is I1 minus I2 is equal to rupees 40. What is I1? I1 is 16R minus I2 8R is equal to 40. 16 minus 8 is equal to 8R. 8R is equal to 40. Therefore, R is equal to 40 divided by 8. That's R is equal to 5. That's it. Okay. So therefore the rate of interest is equal to, therefore R is equal to 5%. The rate of interest is 5% per annum. That's it. This is the rate of interest. Very simple. See, just find out the simple interest for 800 first. Again the simple interest for 400 for 2 years. So for 800 the simple interest for 2 years is PRT over 100, that is 800 into R into 2 divided by 100 is 16 R. Similarly for 400 rupees the simple interest for 2 years is 400 into R into 2 divided by 100 is 8 R. Now the difference between these two is given, that is I1 difference I2 is equal to 40. So that is I1 minus I2 is equal to 40. What is I1? 16 R. What is I2? 8 R. 16 minus 8 R is equal to 40. R is equal to 40 by 8. Therefore the rate of interest is 5%. That's it. Okay. Now let us take a next problem. Now if 500 amounts to 725 at 9% simple interest in some time, what will rupees 600 amount to 11% in the same time? So here if 500 becomes 725 at the rate of 9% simple interest for a known time, that is time is not known, what will be the amount 600 at 11% in the same time? So we have to find out the first the time taken to get 725 at the rate of 9% for 500 rupees. Then for the same time 600 rupees amount at 11% simple interest, we are going to calculate the amount. Now what is the given concept here? Principal is given. First let us consider principal P is equal to 500 and the amount is equal to 725 and the rate of interest is equal to 9% and the time period is equal to question mark. Okay. Now what is the interest then? The simple interest is equal to amount minus principal, that is 725 minus 500. What is this equal to? 225 is the interest. So calculate the simple interest. SI is equal to PRT over 100. What is the interest? 225. Principal is 500 into rate of interest is 9%. Time taken we don't know, divided by 100. These two gets cancelled. So 225 is equal to 45T. 45 into time taken. So just this can also be written as T is equal to 225 divided by 45. So what is this equal to? 225 divided by 45. So this is equal to 5. So that's equal to 5. So therefore the time taken is equal to 5 years. So in 5 years the principal 500 at the rate of 9% will become 725 rupees. So this is the first part. Listen. So in the first part, what is given? Principal is 500, amount is 725, rate of interest is 9%, time period is to be determined. The interest, what is the interest? Interest is nothing but the difference between the amount and the principal. 725 minus 500 is 225 is the interest. So simple interest PRT over 100, 225 is equal to 500 into 9 into T divided by 100. So that's equal to 225 is equal to 45 times P. T is equal to 225 by 45, that's equal to 5 years. So for 5 years, the principal 500 will become 725 at the rate of 9% per annum. Now, similarly, for 600 at the rate of 11% for the same period, we are going to calculate the amount. That's it. Now, principal is 600 and the rate of interest is equal to 11% and the time period is equal to 5 years, right? That's it. So the simple interest SI is equal to PRT over 100. So principal is 600 into rate of interest is 11 into time period is 5 divided by 100. So that's equal to 66 into 5. That's equal to 330. So this is the interest. So therefore, what is required to find out? Find out what will be the amount. Therefore, the amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal is 600 plus interest is 330 rupees. So this is equal to 930. So therefore, the amount is equal to rupees 930. That's it, right? So the amount will be rupees. So amount is equal to rupees 930 at the rate of 11% for 5 years. Now let us come to the next problem. A man left rupees 1,30,000 for his two sons age 10 years and 16 years. So, two sons. So, S1 and S2, two sons, one is 10 years, another one is 16 years, with the direction that the sum should be divided in such a way that two sons get the same amount. So, both of them, that is S1 and S2, son 1 and son will get the same amount when they attain the age of 18 years, assuming the rate of simple interest 12.5% per annum. Calculate how much the elder son got in the beginning. So, we are going to calculate how much amount the elder son will get in the beginning. Okay. Now, let us solve this. Let us come to the solution. Suppose let x be the amount received. X be the amount received by the elder son. Amount for elder son. Right. So, here the principal is equal to x is the principal. And what is the rate of interest? The rate of interest is 12.5%. 12.5% is nothing but 12 to the 24 plus 1 is 25 by 2. And the time period is equal to 2 years. Right. Now, let us calculate the simple interest for this. So, SI is equal to PRT over 100. What is the principal? X into rate of interest is 25 divided by 2 into time period is 2 divided by 100. So, what is this equal to? This 2 and 2 gets cancelled. 25x divided by 100, that is nothing but x divided by 4. Now, let us calculate the interest for the amount received by the youngest son. So, therefore, the amount received by, now, amount received by the youngest son is equal to, what is the amount? 1,30,000 minus amount received by the elder son. So, therefore, the principal here is equal to 1,30,000 minus x, and the rate of interest is same, R is equal to 12.5%. 12.5 means that is 25 by 2, and the time period here is equal to, the time period is the difference between these two, that is 8 years. The time period is 8 years. Okay. Now, calculate the simple interest. SI is equal to principal 1,30,000 minus x, P into R is 25 by 2 into 8 divided by 100. So, that is equal to 1,30,000 minus x into 25 into 4, this is 100 divided by 100, that gets cancelled, that is equal to 1,30,000 minus x. Now, therefore, the amount received by the elder son after 2 years, therefore, amount received by the elder son after 2 years will be, what will be the amount? X. First amount will be x. The simple interest will be x by 4, x plus x by 4, that is equal to, take LCM, 4 into x is 4x plus x is 5x. So, the amount received by the elder son after 2 years will be 5x by 4. Similarly, find out the amount received by the younger son after 8 years. Okay. So, therefore, similarly, amount received by the younger son is equal to, so what is that? 1 lakh after 8 years. So, after 8 years, 1,30,000 minus x, 1,30,000 minus x plus same amount, 1,30,000 minus x. So, what is this equal to? So, this is 2,60,000 minus 2x. Now, just from this calculate the value of x, that is it. So, therefore, given that 2,60,000 minus 2x is equal to 5x by 4. This is the given, that is it. Now, from this calculate the value of x. So, 2,60,000 is equal to 5x by 4, transfer minus 2x becomes plus 2x, take LCM, 4 is the LCM, 5x plus 4 2 is 8x. So, 2,60,000 is equal to 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 is nothing but 13x divided by 4. So, therefore, x is equal to 2,60,000 into 4 divided by 13 will gives the value of x. That's it. Okay. So if you divide, then this is equal to 13 twos are 26, 13 twos are, so you will get 20,000 into 4. That's equal to 80,000. That's it. So therefore, the amount received by the elder son is equal to rupees 80,000. So 80,000 is the amount received by the elder son. By the elder son. So therefore, the amount received by the elder son is equal to rupees 80,000. Very simple concept here. Just find out, let x be the amount received by the elder son for 12.5% for 2 years. So therefore, calculate the interest. Interest is equal to x by 4. Similarly, the amount received by the younger son will be 1,30,000 minus x. So for 8 years, the principal, calculate the simple interest, 1,30,000 minus x into 25 by 2 into 8 divided by 100. So that's equal to 1,30,000 minus x itself. Now, therefore, the amount received by the elder son for 2 years is equal to x plus x by 4, that is 5x by 4. Similarly, the amount received by the younger son for 8 years will be 1,30,000 minus x plus 1,30,000 minus x, that's equal to 2,60,000 minus 2x. So given 2,60,000 minus 2x is equal to 5x by 4. They are equal. Then that is the amount received by the younger son and the amount received by the elder son. That's equal to 5x by 4 and 2,60,000 minus 2x. So if you simplify, just transfer minus 2x becomes plus 2x. Take LCM, 4 to 8, 13x by 4, cross multiply, 2,60,000 into 4 divided by 13 will give the value as 80,000. So therefore, the amount received by the elder son is rupees 80,000. This is how we are going to calculate. So these are few problems based on the simple interest. Hope you followed. That's all regarding today's session. Let us meet with a different concept in the next session. Thank you.